Tony and I met when we were at college together. We were both studying at what was then the London Bible College, and we became very, very close friends. And then our relationship developed from that. The thing that first drew me to him actually was his kindness. He was incredibly kind. I think Alzheimer's is a brutal disease. I think it robs you of things that you identify as the person in a very cruel way. So he went into hospital at the beginning of 2017. I don't know what had happened, but very suddenly the movement in his legs went and in his body, and then he was in hospital for 12 weeks. When we realised something probably was beginning to be seriously wrong, he was actually preaching in church, and he suddenly could not remember where he was going or what he was going to do. We were referred to a consultant, and when we went to the consultant, she gave the verdict. I can remember walking down the road with him from the appointment, and it's just saying, well, we're just going to make the most of every moment. There was a moment, that was when he was in hospital and when he could still speak, and they were trying to get him to walk again, and he was incontinent, and you know, there were all sorts of things going on. And he said, I just can't, I don't think I can do this anymore. And I think it's an incredibly, incredibly difficult situation, both for the person who's suffering and for their husband, wife, partner, because you feel so helpless. And I've thought about it a lot afterwards. Would I have wanted to have that option? And no, I wouldn't, because we would have missed some very precious times. That was a one fleeting moment. The solution isn't to end their life. The solution is to care for them right to the end. And I know from Tony, and I know from the sort of person he was, he would not have wanted that. And he was able to have a good end. And I would want that for everybody. And in fact, in the time that followed, he was able to be with his family, his children, his grandchildren, who all came to see him quite often. And he knew they were there. In fact, I was talking to my granddaughter just the other week, and she said, you know, I can remember him turning and smiling at me. Grandma, he did smile at me. He'd have missed that. I have no doubt, even in the situation he was still the Tony I married. And speaking as a Christian, you know, his identity was in Christ. He was still that person.